Breathing in the blue, letting the grid fade out. Stepping off the train, the map is folded away. Lost in these winding streets, letting the compass sway. Cobblestones beneath my feet, a textured terrain. Washing off the Brooklyn hustle, the concrete rain. Found a little corner striped on and in the shade. Ordering a dark espresso, watching the sunlight fade. Every passerby is a stroke on this open street. Moving to the rhythm of a slow, unspoken beat. Adjusting the contrast, bringing down the highlights. The breeze is cutting through the European twilight. I drop my heavy bag, let my shoulders finally rest. This cafe is a canvas and I'm just a quiet guest. Drawing lines with the cool wind, sketching the afternoon underneath the silver of an early rising moon. Sipping on this bitter gold, sweetening the frame in this unfamiliar city. Nobody knows my name. Taking all my worries, setting the opacity low. Just watching how the cobblestone colors start to glow. Opacity low, let the colors glow. Breeze on my skin, watch the city spin. Yeah, taking it slow, nowhere else to go. The architecture's gothic, but my mood is so minimal. Erasing all the deadlines, feeling softly subliminal. A notebook on the table, blank pages open wide. No pixels to push around, nowhere left to hide. Just the aroma of the beans and the chill in the air. A perfectly composed moment, beautifully rare. Drawing lines with the cool wind, sketching the afternoon underneath the silver of an early rising moon. Sipping on this bitter gold, sweetening the frame in this unfamiliar city. Nobody knows my name. Taking all my worries, setting the opacity low. Just watching how the cobblestone colors start to glow. Sip is a comma, every breath is a pause. Escaping the algorithm, breaking all the laws. The topography of the signs written in a foreign font. This quiet isolation is exactly what I want. In the afternoon, underneath the silver of an early rising moon. Sipping on this bitter gold, sweetening the frame in this unfamiliar city. Nobody knows my name. Closing the sketchbook, leaving the tip on the table. The breeze carries the rest. Angles and curves, just me and the porcelain. Sitting at a round table, perfect geometry. Looking at the square windows framing the scenery. A sudden gust of wind chills the collar of my coat, but this ceramic cup holds the warmest little note. Calculating the distance from the harbor to my seat, the intersection of the old and the modern street. I'm a vector graphic moving through a raster world, watching how the steam from the coffee gets curled. Aligning my thoughts to the center of the grid, unpacking all the feelings that I kept so safely hid. The European breeze is a cooling color grade, sitting in the comfort of this geometric shade. Espresso in the center, orbit in the rim. The afternoon is bright, but my tired eyes are dim. Taking a deep breath, recalibrating the scale, following the wind like a ship without a sail. The intersecting lines of the tram tracks on the ground. In this perfect symmetry, my peace of mind is found. Align the mind, leave the rush behind. Get down to zero. Be your own quiet hero. Sip the dark, leave a lighter mark. The saucer is a circle, the napkin is a square. I'm measuring the moments with an intricate care. A pigeon on the railing, a statue in the square. A perfect composition, I'm just happy to be there. No clients calling, no revisions to be made. Just the change in temperature in the shifting shade. Espresso in the center, orbit in the rim. The afternoon is bright, but my tired eyes are dim. Taking a deep breath, recalibrating the scale, following the wind like a ship without a sail. The intersecting lines of the jam tracks on the ground. In this perfect symmetry, my peace of mind is found. Yeah, finding the balance, symmetry in the silence. Crop out the noise, expand the focal length. In this idle moment, I am gathering my strength. The bitterness wakes me, the cool air sets me free. Lost inside this beautiful, strange geometry. But my tired eyes are dim. Taking a deep breath, recalibrating the scale, following the wind like a ship without a sail. Perfect circles, parallel lines, just breathing. Paint in the sky, finding the exact shade. Looking straight up, trying to define the hue. It's not just a simple, ordinary kind of blue. It's a deep, cool cobalt catching the afternoon chill. Sitting at this cafe at the bottom of the hill. Pantone 5441C, matching with the air. Blowing through the alleys, messing up my hair. I got my color picker, but my eyes are doing fine. Absorbing all the gradients, crossing over the line. The temperature drops, but the blanket is warm. Safe in this little bubble, away from the storm. The palette of the city is muted and refined, leaving all the saturated chaos far behind. Oh, the cool wind blows in Pantone 541, hiding in the shadows, escaping from the sun. A cup of warm latte to balance up the cold, watching how the European stories all unfold. Sample in the sky, saving it to my soul, making the fractured pieces feel completely whole. Color drop, let the worry stop. Save the hex code, lighten up the load. Breathe it in, let the chill begin. Back on the wall is a dusty shade of red. Complementary colors getting stuck inside my head. But I don't wanna work, I just wanna sit and stare. Let the indie pop rhythm float into the air. The waiter brings a glass of water with a slice of lime, a little splash of green in this frozen piece of time. Oh, the cool wind blows and Pantone 541, hiding in the shadows, escaping from the sun. A cup of warm latte to balance out the cold, watching how the European stories all unfold. Sample in the sky, saving it to my soul, making the fractured pieces feel completely whole. Feel the gradient, let the colors blend. From the cyan of the fountain to the navy of the night, everything is shifting in the cinematic light. No need for a filter, no need to edit this, just a raw, unrendered moment of pure bliss. Pantone 541, hiding in the shadows, escaping from the sun. A cup of warm latte to balance out the cold, watching how the European stories all on the floor. Save the palette, export the memory, let the wind take it. Painting the sky, staying on the outside, watching the center. The plaza is crowded, a bustling center stage, but I prefer the margins, the edges of the page. Sitting at the corner cafe, out of the direct line, sipping on the sparkling water, adding a twist of lime. The cool breeze acts like a buffer, keeping me apart. A protective little border wrapped around my heart. People moving like a typeface, serif and sans. Tourists with their cameras, locals with their plans. I'm adjusting the kerning between me and the crowd. The cathedral bells are ringing beautiful and loud, but here in the white space everything is still, just watching the scenery from the bottom of the hill. Safe in the margins, letting the layout breathe. No pressure to perform, no reason to leave. The European air is crisp, biting at my sleeves, rustling through the branches of the ancient Plaza leaves. I'm formatting my afternoon, taking all the space, finding my own rhythm in this historical place. Keep the white space, slow down the pace, watch them walk by under the gray sky. Margins wide, nowhere to hide, just peace. A street musician playing a melody I don't know, adding the soundtrack to the steady moving show. I sketch a little doodle on the edge of the receipt, tracing the outlines of the people on the street. A cool draft hits my neck, I pull my collar high, watching the puffy clouds drift across the sky. Safe in the margins, letting the layout breathe. No pressure to perform, no reason to leave. The European air is crisp, biting at my sleeves, rustling through the branches historical place. Yeah, mind the gap, breathe in the white space. It's not about avoiding life, it's about the view. Stepping back to see the masterpiece anew. You need the empty borders to make the picture pop. Sitting at this cafe, letting the spinning stop. To perform, no reason to leave. The European air is crisp, biting at my sleeves, rustling through the branches of the ancient Plaza leaves. But the layout is locked, the design is done. Just enjoying the breeze. Just pacing. How much room do we need? PM blazing a fort, the shadows start to stretch. A feeling in this cafe that no camera could ever catch. The air is getting cooler as the sun begins to dip. A drop of condensation rolling down my fingertips. I've been tracking all the hours tight and compressed. Back in the studio feeling nothing but stress. But here the time is loosened, the letters pulled apart, giving some breathing room to my exhausted heart. Adjusting the track, another minutes in the days, lost in this beautiful unfamiliar haze. The wind is a softer razor rubbing out the pain, leaving just a quiet joy that I can't explain. Oh, the cunning of the hours stretching out so long in this foreign cafe where I finally belong. The chill in the breeze, the warmth in the mug, wrapped in this moment like a comforting hug. No rushing to the next line, lingering right here, watching all the heavy burdens slowly disappear. Stretch the time, blur the line, breathe out slow, let it go, space it out, clear the doubt. The waiter wipes the tables, the evening starts to call. The golden hour glow reflecting on the cobblestone wall. I pack my notebook up, but I don't wanna stand, holding on to this piece in the palm of my hand. The cool air is a sign that the day is nearly done. A perfect little getaway beneath the setting sun. Oh, the cunning of the hours stretching out so long in this foreign cafe where I finally belong. The chill in the breeze, the warmth in the mug, wrapped in this moment like a comforting hug. No rushing to the next line, lingering right here, watching all the heavy burdens slowly disappear. Always looking forward, wondering what happens next. But the beauty of this trip is the space between the words, listening to the wind and the distant singing birds. Just enough space, perfectly aligned. Good evening, you're just one line. That's all it took to stop the clock. The chamomile is steep in pain, and the water goes sitting in this corner while the afternoon unfolds. The city outside is rushing, moving at a blinding pace, but I'm anchored to this chair, finding my quiet space. Flipping through the pages of a paperback I bought, scanning through the paragraphs, losing every thought. The paper feels like cotton, a textured heavy white, basking in the golden hour cinematic light. The chatter in the background slowly fades into a hum. My fingers trace the margin, feeling completely numb. A rounded handwriting font staring back at me, unlocking a heavy door without a metal key. And then there's that one line hitting like a quiet wave, echoing inside the walls of this empty cave. It's not a grand philosophy, just a simple truth, pulling out the tangled roots from the days of my youth. The tea is getting colder, but my chest is getting warm. A tiny little lighthouse in the middle of the storm, letting the letters sink, taking a deeper breath, defeating all the shadows, scaring away the death. Read it twice, let it sit, watch the heavy pieces fit. Just a sentence on the page, breaking me out of the cage. Yeah, underline it slow. I take a sip of silver, letting the herbal taste wash away the bitterness of my anxious haste. The floral illustrations blooming right beside the text. I don't even care about what is coming next. This exact combination of the subject and the verb, striking every silent chord, plucking every nerve. It's like the author sat across this wooden tabletop, whispering the exact words to make the spin and stop. And then there's that one line hitting like a quiet wave, echoing inside the walls of this empty cave. It's not a grand philosophy, just a simple truth, pulling out the tangled roots from the days of my youth. The tea is getting colder, but my chest is getting warm. A tiny little lighthouse in the middle of the storm, letting the letters sink, taking a deeper breath, defeating all the shadows, scaring away the death. A pedal. Sometimes you read 1,000 books and never feel a thing, and then a random Tuesday makes your tired spirit sing. A paperclip to mark the spot, a highlighter of blue. This little slice of poetry is making me brand new. The walls of this empty cave. It's not a grand philosophy, just a simple truth, pulling out the tangled roots from the days of my youth. Closing the cover, leaving the cupboard, looking out the window. Everything is clear now. Breathe in the bergamot, exhale the noise. The ceramic mug is heavy, grinding my shaking hands, drifting through the chapters like traversing foreign lands. The barista calls her name, the espresso machine screams, but I am floating miles away, swimming in my dreams. A sudden shift in syntax, a comma in the dark, a sentence that ignites a long-forgotten spark. It's printed in black ink, but it's glowing neon bright, turning all my heavy wrongs into a sudden right. It's just a combination of 20 little words, but suddenly I'm flying with the flock of silver birds. The Earl Grey is fragrant, mixing with the sudden art, the most beautiful realization that I ever saw. An epiphany steeped in the afternoon shade, watching all the complicated toxic layers fade. A single line of text becoming my new creed, exactly the kind of medicine I didn't know I need. I stare at the ceiling, absorbing what it means. A beautiful disruption to my daily routines. The flavor of the tea, the texture of the spine, everything is perfect, perfectly aligned. Highlight the mind, leave the rush behind. Let the sentence glow, take it nice and slow. Sip the Earl Grey, wash the gray away, yeah. Let the meaning stay. I read it out loud in a whisper so faint, removing all the pressure, removing the restraint. The geometry of the letters, the kerning of the type, waiting for this moment when the timing was so ripe. I feel a little tear form, but it's a tear of grace, sitting in this crowded, noisy, unfamiliar place. The author is a stranger, but they know me inside out, erasing all the syllables of my lingering doubt. An epiphany steeped in the afternoon shade, watching all the complicated toxic layers fade. A single line of text becoming my new creed, exactly the kind of medicine I didn't know I need. I stare at the ceiling, absorbing what it means. A beautiful disruption to my daily routines. The flavor of the tea, the texture of the spine, everything is perfect, perfectly aligned. Yeah, finding the frequency, of truth. Every drop of tea is a second on the clock, and locking every door with this literary rock. I'm a vector graphic, zooming in on the detail, catching all the wind inside this tiny little sail. Watching all the complicated toxic layers fade. A single line of text becoming my new creed, exactly the kind of medicine I didn't know I need. Just 20 words and a warm cup, that's all it takes. White space where the flowers grow. Looking at the border where the text comes to an end, a tiny little space where my broken mind can mend. There's a floral illustration blooming on the edge, pulling me right back from the center of the ledge. I'm sipping on a matcha, green and earthly sweet, watching how the strangers are walking down the street. But my focus pulls back to the center of the page, a single line of wisdom acting as a sage. It talks about endurance, it talks about the rain. It completely recontextualizes on my hidden pain. The dye is delicate, dancing on the sheet, making my erratic heart skip a steady beat. The margins are in bloom, the sentence is the seed, fulfilling every quiet and unspoken little need. The cafe is a greenhouse, the tea is pouring warm. I'm sitting in the eye of this emotional storm, reading it again, letting it crystallize, seeing the entire world through a different pair of eyes. A paragraph of magic, a syllable of care, floating in the middle of the atmospheric air. navigate the maze, match it in the cup, keeping my head up. I take my favorite pen, drawing stars beside the quote. A tiny little vessel of paper for the boat, sailing through the ocean of the things I couldn't say, washing all the heavy, dark anxieties away. The barista watched the counter, the afternoon is slow, but inside my imagination it's a brilliant glowing show. The words are like a compass pointing to the north, giving me the energy to finally venture forth. The margins are in bloom, the sentence is the seed, fulfilling every quiet and unspoken little need. The cafe is a greenhouse, the tea is pouring warm, I'm sitting in the eye of this emotional storm. I'm reading it again, letting it crystallize, seeing the entire world through a different pair of eyes. A paragraph of magic, a syllable of care, floating in the middle of the atmospheric air. Noise is printed on the white, a silent little whisper that guides you through the night. The floral borders wrap around the memory I make, a beautiful foundation that nothing else can break. The margins are in bloom, the sentence is the seed, fulfilling every quiet and unspoken little need. The cafe is a greenhouse, the tea is pouring warm, I'm sitting in the eye of this emotional storm. And the words, water them with time, watch them grow. It's heavier than it looks. These little black marks. There's a density to language that you cannot calculate. A single little sentence can change your entire fate. I'm ordering a jasmine, watching the petals sink, fascinated by the absolute weight of the ink. The cafe is buzzing with the talk of the town, but this one specific line is holding me down, grounding my spirit to the floorboards of the shop, telling my running mind it's okay to finally stop. It's like the author reached through time and space to wipe a quiet tear from my tired, stressed out face. The temperature is perfect, the lighting is subdued, locked inside this deeply philosophical mood. The weight of the ink pressing on my soul, making all the fractured, broken pieces feel so whole. Sipping on the jasmine, breathing in the scent, realizing this moment is completely heaven sent. The syllables are bricks, building up my wall, catching me softly before I even fall. A masterpiece of phrasing, simple and profound, the most beautiful treasure that I have ever found. Heavy on the page, stepping on the stage, ink so dark, leaving a mark. Breathe it deep, promises to keep, yeah, let the words sink. I don't even need to read the rest of the book today. This one single paragraph is plenty to convey. I close the thick cover, running fingers on the spine, memorizing every single letter of the line. A couple by the window is laughing at a joke, while I sit in the corner wrapped in an invisible cloak, protected by the poetry, shielded by the prose, finding a hidden garden where the quiet river flows. Oh, the weight of the ink pressing on my soul, making all the fractured, broken pieces feel so whole. Sipping on the jasmine, breathing in the scent, realizing this moment is completely heaven sent. The syllables are bricks, building up my wall, catching me softly before I even fall. A masterpiece of phrasing, simple and profound, the most beautiful treasure that I have ever found. Feel the gravity, words. You can try to run, you can try to hide away, but the right words find you on a random quiet day. Sitting with my tea, letting the universe speak, finding all the strength when I was feeling so weak. Pressing on my soul, making all the fractured broken pieces feel so whole. Sipping on the jasmine, breathing in the scent, realizing this moment is completely heaven sent. Keep the book closed, keep the mind open, just breathe in. Lighting up the dark. The sun is going down, painting shadows on the wall. The quiet of the evening is starting to install. My teacup is empty, just some leaves at the base, but I'm still entirely captivated by the space. I took a yellow marker and I drew a steady line across the very sentence that felt incredibly divine. It's glowing on the paper like a solitary star, reminding me exactly of who and what we are. The resonance spreading like a ripple in a lake, easing every tension, soothing every ache. The ambient sounds of the cafe closing down, the most peaceful little corner in this chaotic town. Highlighted resonance echoing inside, a beautiful revelation I no longer want to hide. The text is illuminated, burning incredibly bright, guiding my tired spirit through the encroaching night. The pop of the hip-hop beat matches my slow heart. A sudden realization that it's okay to restart. Just me, an empty cup, and the highlighted truth, reclaiming the wonder of my scattered, lost youth. Yellow line, everything is fine. Mark the text, ready for the next. Slow it down, quiet the town, yeah, let it resonate. I pack my things away, sliding the book in my bag, feeling incredibly light, losing the heavy drag. The barista smiles, insists to have a quiet night. I step into the street under the fading street light, but the sentence is still there, tattooed on my brain. A perfect little umbrella, protecting from the rain. Highlighted resonance echoing inside, a beautiful revelation I no longer want to hide. The text is illuminated, burning incredibly bright, guiding my tired spirit through the encroaching night. The pop of the hip-hop beat matches my slow heart. A sudden realization that it's okay to restart. Just me, an empty cup, and the highlighted truth, reclaiming the wonder of my scattered, lost youth. Hold on to the light. We scroll through a million words, looking at the screen, but nothing hits as deeply as this physical scene. The texture of the paper, the color of the ink, giving me the permission to finally just think. The page is marked, my mind has changed. Walking home, pictures to guide me. Just the weight of the words, yeah. Stepping off the cobblestones, shaking off the chill. Found a little wooden door right beneath the hill. No bright neon signs, just a glowing yellow bulb. Entering a quiet space, joining the secret club. They hand me a paper thick and roughly pressed. A layout so chaotic, putting my skills to the test. There's no visual reference, no photos on the side, just foreign typography where the local secrets hide. Decoding the syllables, reading through the lines, trusting the aroma and the vintage bottle of wine. The Kerning is terrible, but the kitchen smells like art. A masterpiece of flavors getting ready to start. Oh, reading the typography of the hidden menu in a dimly lit corner of this unfamiliar venue. I don't need the translation, I'll let my senses choose. Trading all my daily stress for these culinary blues. A blind jump into the plate, a gamble with the taste. In this timeless little alley, there's no reason for haste. Let the chef be the designer, let the spices be the ink. I'm just sitting at the table, taking time to finally think. Pick a line, pour the wine, let the heavy flavor shine. Close your eyes, roll the dice, every bite is a surprise. Yeah, read between the lines. The waiter doesn't speak my tongue, we talk in gentle smiles. A universal language stretching over endless miles. I point to a random phrase, a bold and serif font, knowing this uncertainty is exactly what I want. The fire in the kitchen flares, casting a sudden glow. A beautifully orchestrated, unseen cooking show. Oh, reading the typography of the hidden menu in a dimly lit corner of this unfamiliar venue. I don't need the translation, I'll let my senses choose. Trading all my daily stress for these culinary blues. A blind jump into the plate, a gamble with the taste. In this timeless little alley, there's no reason for haste. Let the chef be the designer, let the spices be the ink. I'm just sitting at the table, taking time to finally think. Yeah, serving up the bow tie, taste the italics. Back in Brooklyn, everything is measured by the gram. Every project calculated, every minute on the cam. But here the portions vary by the feeling of the day. A perfectly imperfect, delicious kind of play. Typography of the hidden menu in a dimly lit corner of this unfamiliar venue. I don't need the translation, I'll let my senses choose. Trading all my daily stress for these culinary blues. The plate is clean, the layout is beautiful. Check, please. Liquid gold on ceramic white, painted with flavor. The appetizer lands like a blinking pristine screen. The freshest slice of bread that I have ever seen. A small ceramic bowl with the heavy verdant hue, reflecting the ambient light of this hidden avenue. I pick up the sourdough, the texture rough and real, dipping it into the green, feeling exactly what I feel. It's like mixing up a gradient, blending out the tones. Sitting in this foreign booth beautifully alone. The acidity cuts through, the richness settles deep. A symphony of elements waking me from my sleep. I'm adjusting the contrast of my jaded appetite. Everything is saturated, everything is right. Dripping on the olive oil canvas tonight, mixing all the colors in the fading amber light. A palette of garlic, a heavy stroke of time. This culinary artwork is completely in its prime. No need for a stylist, no need for the undo. Every single bite is a revelation coming through. Designing my dinner with a vintage silver fork. A million miles miles away from the pressure of New York. Hit the bread, hit the bread, hit the bread, hit the bread, hit the bread from the pressure of New York. Hit the bread, hit the bread, hit the bread. Dip the bread, clear the head, green and gold, brave and bold. Taste the art, heal the heart, yeah, paint it on a plate. Next comes a dish of pasta, yellow like the sun. A minimalist masterpiece, the rendering is done. The cheese is like a texture pack, dusted on the top. I'm hoping that this rendering process never has to stop. Each ingredient layered, perfectly aligned, leaving all my pixel pushing boundaries behind. Dripping on the olive oil canvas tonight, mixing all the colors in the fading amber light. A palette of garlic, a heavy stroke of time. This culinary artwork is completely in its prime. No need for a stylist, no need for the undo. Every single bite is a revelation coming through. Designing my dinner with a vintage silver fork, a million miles away from the pressure of New York. Dip the bread, dip the bread, dip the bread, dip the bread. Saturate the flake. Dip the bread, dip the bread, dip the bread. Opacity at 100. When the deadlines start to suffocate, I close my heavy eyes and travel back to this alley underneath the European skies. The simple act of eating, breaking bread and pouring oil, a beautiful reward for all the endless heavy toil. Tonight, mixing all the colors in the fading amber light. A palette of garlic, a heavy stroke of thyme. This culinary artwork is completely in its prime. Wiping the plate clean, a perfect blank canvas again. Masterpiece. Pour in the crimson, unlocking the years. An older gentleman approaches with the bottle in his hand. No label on the glass, just a single rubber band. He pours a little sample into the crystal curve, a quiet, confident motion hitting every single nerve. The color is a deep maroon, an old and rusted red, swirling in the glass like the thoughts inside my head. I take a little sip and the timeline starts to shift. This unlabeled vintage is a deeply personal gift. It tastes like the earth and the rain from years ago, a beautifully analog and captivating flow, filtering the noise out, leaving just the raw, the most incredible liquid that I ever drank or saw. It's the sommelier's secret, poured into my glass, watching all the complicated, anxious hours pass. A lo-fi fermentation, aging in the dark, leaving on my memory a permanent heavy mark. The beat is softly knocking, matching with the wine in this tiny little alley. Everything is fine, no algorithm picking out what I'm supposed to like. Just a random perfect hit on an atmospheric mic. Swirl it slow, let it breathe, nothing left to prove or achieve. Taste the time, skip the line, secret pour, give me more. He leaves the bottle on the table, fading to the back. I'm sinking deeper into this immersive chill out track. The acoustic strings are vibrating along the wooden floor. I've never felt this grounded in my entire life before. The wine is like an overlay, warming up the scene, blurring out the rigid edges of the daily routine. It's the sommelier's secret, poured into my glass, watching all the complicated, anxious hours pass. A lo-fi fermentation, aging in the dark, leaving on my memory a permanent heavy mark. The beat is softly knocking, matching with the wine in this tiny little alley. Everything is fine, no algorithm picking out what I'm supposed to like. Just a random perfect hit on an atmospheric mic. Let it begin. from the street. No marketing, no hype, just the people that you meet. A humble little offering from a cellar down below, teaching me exactly how to take it nice and slow. It's the Sommelier's secret poured into my glass, watching all the complicated, anxious hours pass. A lo-fi fermentation, aging in the dark, leaving on my memory a permanent heavy mark. The bottle is empty, the heart is full. Cheers to the alley. The heat is rising. The kitchen is alive. Yeah. Through the swinging wooden doors, I see the shadows dance. A chaotic choreography and improvisation, so trance. Flames licking the ceiling, the sizzling of the fat. I'm observing from my table where I quietly sat. The smell of roasted garlic is drifting down the hall, bouncing off the peeling paint of the restaurant wall. It's like waiting for a render on a massive heavy file. The anticipation stretching for a culinary mile. But patience is a virtue and the craft is the sincere. Every passing second makes the vision crystal clear. The rhythm of the chopping is a metronome of trust, building up the layers of the golden savory crust. Oh, the simmering shadows playing in the light, creating a masterpiece on this European night. The heavy bass is thumping like the heartbeat of the chef, cooking with the passion that leaves me completely deaf to the outside world and the buzzing of the phone. I'm fully locked inside this aromatic savory zone. Slow cook perfection, refusing to just rush underneath the canvas of the midnight's velvet hush. Turn up the heat, drop the beat, simmer down, claim the crown, wait for it, let it sit. The flavor is thick, moving quick. The plate finally arrives, steam rising in the air. A sculptural arrangement put together with such care. The sauce is dark and glossy, reflecting the small room, breaking right through the solitary, isolated gloom. I take the first bite, and the trumpet starts to cry. A symphony of spices underneath the darkened sky. All the simmering shadows playing in the light, creating a masterpiece on this European night. The heavy bass is thumping like the heartbeat of the chef, cooking with the passion that leaves me completely deaf to the outside world and the buzzing of the phone. I'm fully locked inside this aromatic savory zone. Slow cook perfection, refusing to judge or rush underneath the canvas of the midnight's velvet hush. Yeah, taste the fire, render complete. It's the alchemy of elements, the science of the pen. A solitary artist doing exactly what they can, and I am just the audience, the lucky one to taste. Not a single drop of this effort gonna waste. fire dies down, the shadows fade, unforgettable. A sweet resolution, exporting the memory. The plates are cleared away, the table is reset. The most incredible dinner that I haven't finished yet. A tiny spoon arrives with the dusting of the snow. A powdered sugar finish to this legendary show. It's a local variation of a classic creamy sweet. The final perfect touch to this hidden alley treat. Like compiling all the code into a flawless running app. Closing up the borders of this culinary map. The bitterness of the espresso cuts the sugar on the tongue. A beautifully balanced, not perfectly cleanly. So my mind is getting lighter, floating up above the chair, dissolving all my worries into the sweetened air. This is the final course, the sugar and the code, lightening the burden of the heavy, anxious load. The ambient synthesizes, washing over every flaw. The most beautiful conclusion that I ever felt or saw. A burst of vanilla, hint of citrus rind, leaving all the pressure and the deadlines far behind. This tiny little alley has rewired my entire brain, washing off the city grime in a soft and sugary rain. Sweeten the tongue, in the zone. Final bite, feeling light. Export the file with a smile. Yeah, wrap it up nice. I leave a generous tip on the corner of the wood, knowing this experience did me entirely too good. I button up my jacket, stepping back into the chill with the lingering sweetness that is wrapped around me still. The street lights guide me back to the hotel down the way. A perfect little period to the ending of the day. This is the final course, the sugar and the code, lightening the burden of the heavy, anxious load. The ambient synthesizes, washing over every flaw. The most beautiful conclusion that I ever felt or saw. A burst of vanilla, hint of citrus rind, leaving that pressure and the deadlines far behind. This tiny little alley has rewired my entire brain, washing off the city grime in a soft and sugary. Save the project, upload the memory. We wander through the world looking for a grand event, but the magic usually happens inside the time we spent. In the margins of the map, in the places with no name, playing by our own rules in a beautiful, quiet game. Quiet game. The alley sleeps, the stomach is full. Good night, you're up. Yeah. A blank canvas on a cobblestone street, just watching the colors blend. Sitting in the corner, steam rising from the cup. The European sun is slowly waking up. A narrow little alley, away from all the noise. A quiet kind of beauty, a different kind of poise. Across the narrow street, a crumbling brick wall, a canvas for a stranger answering the call. No gallery lights, no velvet ropes around, just a silent artist standing on the ground. And mixing up the palette, finding the exact hue, a muted shade of yellow, a melancholic blue. I'm sipping on my latte, watching how they start, drawing out the edges of a solitary heart. Oh, painting on the blank wall, taking up the space, leaving a little mark in this unfamiliar place. The city might forget them, the rain might wash it down, but right now they're the master of the sleepy little town. I'm sitting at the cafe, feeling completely still, watching how the colors spill, how the colors spill. It's a beautiful defiance, a quiet little fight, turning all the shadows into a sudden light. Brush stroke slow, let the colors flow. Cobblestone street, resting my tired feet. Yeah, taking the time, drawing the line. Every stroke is careful, deliberate and slow, unlike the fast deadlines I used to always know. Back in the studio, pushing pixels on a screen, but this is analog magic, raw and so pristine. A splash of vibrant coral across the dusty gray, washing all my heavy, anxious thoughts away. Oh, painting on the blank wall, taking up the space, leaving a little mark in this unfamiliar place. The city might forget them, the rain might wash it down, but right now they're the master of the sleepy little town. I'm sitting at the cafe, feeling completely still, watching how the colors spill, how the colors spill. It's a beautiful defiance, a quiet little fight, turning all the shadows into a sudden light. Leave a mark, don't fade away. They don't look away, they don't ever run, standing their ground underneath the setting sun. I'm learning a lesson from across the narrow street, finding a new rhythm in my quiet heartbeat. Oh, painting on the blank wall, taking up the space, leaving a little mark in this unfamiliar place. The city might forget them, the rain might wash it down, but right now they're the master of the sleepy little town. Espresso is cold, but the wall is warm. Just breathe in. Mixing it slow, trust in the process. The wooden stool is creaking, the easel is aligned, leaving all the pressure of the gallery behind. The palette in their left hand, the brush inside their right, creating a new morning out of the fading night. I'm watching from the terrace, a solitary guest, feeling my own heavy shoulders finally get the rest. The pigment is so thick, the patience is so deep, waking up the alley from a century of sleep. It's a masterclass in staying and holding on to ground, the most incredible silence that I have ever found. I adjust the focal length, capturing the view, a beautiful intersection of the old and of the new. All the pigment and the patience, layering the paint, no need for a filter, no need for restraint. A portrait on the plaster, blooming like a rose, a completely different rhythm from the one the city knows. I'm learning how to anchor, learning how to stay, watching all the complicated layers melt away. A masterpiece in progress right across the street, making my exhausted heart skip a steady beat. Skip a steady beat. Mix the tone in the zone, don't retreat, keep your feet, watch it bloom, clear the room, yeah, stay where you are. A passerby stops briefly, then continues on their way, but the artist artist doesn't flinch, they're exactly where they stay. They're completely dedicated to the surface of the brick, making every single heavy brushstroke stick. I take a sip of water, the ice clink in the glass, watching all the hurried, anxious hours slowly pass. Oh, the pigment and the patience, layer in the paint. No need for a filter, no need for restraint. A portrait on the plaster, blooming like a rose. A completely different rhythm from the one the city knows. I'm learning how to anchor, learning how to stay, watching all the complicated layers melt away. A masterpiece in progress right across the street, making my exhausted heart skip a steady beat. Hold the ground, keep the brush steady. Sometimes the bravest thing is just to leave a mark, to paint a sudden color in the middle of the dark. I've been running for so long, trying to escape, but this anonymous artist is giving me a shape. The colors are set, the artist steps back, I take a breath. The wind is getting colder, blowing through the narrow lane, but the painter doesn't shiver, they don't even complain. They're wrapped up in an oversized paint splattered coat, writing on the city walls a deeply personal note. I'm ordering a pastry, trying not to stare, but there's a captivating gravity hanging in the air, a subtle kind of protest against the passing time, creating a visual rhythm and unspoken rhyme. They don't have a signature, they don't need a name, they're not playing for the money or the fleeting fame, they're just proving they exist on this concrete block, refusing to be hurried by the ticking of the clock. Oh, it's a quiet defiance on the plaster wall today, a beautiful refusal to just turn and walk away. I'm sitting at this table feeling completely moved, watching all my jaded, tired boundaries get soothed. The colors are so vibrant, fighting back the gray, a solitary figure with so much left to say. I'm learning how to linger, learning how to stand, guided by the motions of a stranger's heavy hand. Hold the space, hold the pace, hold the pace, hold the pace. Leave it there, show you care. Don't away, choose to stay, yeah. Defiance in the pain, every splash of crimson is a piece of who they are. A tiny little galaxy, a solitary star. Back home I delete my files when I feel unsure, but this public exhibition is something much more pure. You can't hit control, see, you have to let it be. A vulnerable masterpiece for anyone to see. Oh, it's a quiet defiance on the plaster wall today, a beautiful refusal to just turn and walk away. I'm sitting at this table feeling completely moved, watching all my jaded, tired boundaries get soothed. The colors are so vibrant, fighting back the gray, a solitary figure with so much left to say. I'm learning how to linger, learning how to stand, guided by the motions of a stranger's heavy hand. Feel the gravity on the wall, to not run away is the hardest art of all. Standing face to face with an intimidating wall, I'm drinking up my coffee, discouraged by the alleyway's long length. Oh, it's a quiet defiance on the plaster wall today. A beautiful refusal to just turn and walk away. I'm sitting at this table feeling completely moved, watching all my jaded, tired boundaries get soothed. The mural is done, the message is clear, I'm still here. Layer by layer, building something real. The underpainting stars with the wash of burnt sienna, reminding me of the sunset that I saw in Vienna. The artist steps back, squinting at the scale, navigating the plaster like a ship without a sail. I'm sitting in the shade, the awning overhead, listening to everything the silent brushes said. The first layer is rough, a foundational guide, a place where all the deeper, heavy meanings can hide. You can't rush the drying time, you have to let it sit, waiting for the colors and the textures all to fit. I'm practicing this patience, sitting with my teeth, feeling the anxiety detach and set me free. Oh, the overlapping layers building up the soul, turning all the fractured pieces into something whole. A splash of teal on the copper, blending out the line. In this quiet European alley, everything is fine. They don't try to erase the mistakes from the past, they just paint right over them, making something that will last. It's a beautiful metaphor right before my eyes, underneath the canvas of the watercolor skies. Build it up, fill the cup, lay it deep, promises to keep. Don't erase, hold the space, yeah, let it overlap. I think about my own life, the layers I've applied, the parts that I've highlighted in, the parts I tried to hide. The artist isn't hiding, they're putting it on display. A messy, gorgeous rendering in the middle of the day. The cafe owner brings me a small plate of bread, while the artist adds a heavy, vibrant stroke of red. Oh, the overlapping layers building up the soul, turning all the fractured pieces into something whole. A splash of teal on the copper, blending out the line. In this quiet European alley, everything is fine. They don't try to erase the mistakes from the past, they just paint right over them, making something that will last. It's a beautiful metaphor right before my eyes, underneath the canvas of the watercolor skies. Trust the layers, don't fear the mess. Every scar is a texture, every tear is a glaze, guiding us completely through the complicated maze. I'm sitting at the terrace, finally making sense, taking down the heavy, isolating defense. Building up the soul, turning all the fractured pieces into something like a teal on the copper, blending out the line. In this quiet European alley, everything is fine. The final layer, the masterpiece is complete. I'm ready. piece of yourself, a colorful ghost. The sun is going down, the shadows getting long. The artist packs the bags, concluding their quiet song. They wipe their hands on a rag, stained with every hue, leaving behind a masterpiece of yellow, red, and blue. The alley is empty now, but it feels so alive, a testament to the will to endure and to survive. I'm the only witness to the magic that occurred, a deeply profound statement without a single word. The mural is a ghost haunting this old street, making the history in the modern era meet. I take a final sip of my cold forgotten drink, sitting in the afterglow, taking time to think. They left a ghost in the alley, painted on the wall, a beautiful reminder to stand up incredibly tall, to not run away when the canvas feels too big, to dance to your own rhythm, your own solitary jig. The ambient city sounds wash over the quiet space. I'm feeling completely grounded in this unfamiliar place. The artist might be gone, but the spirit remains, washing all the heavy, dark anxieties down the drains. Dark anxieties down the drains. Leave a trace, claim the space, ghost in the paint, no restraint. Stand your ground, look around, yeah, you're still here. I stand up from the table, picking up my coat, feeling completely lighter like a tiny wooden boat. I walk past the mirror, running fingers on the brick, feeling the dry paint textured and so thick. It's a transfer of energy, a silent little bond, a beautiful connection, of which I've grown so far. They left a ghost in the alley, painted on the wall, a beautiful reminder to stand up incredibly tall, to not run away when the canvas feels too big, to dance to your own rhythm, your own solitary jig. The ambient city sounds wash over the quiet space. I'm feeling completely grounded in this unfamiliar place. The artist might be gone, but the spirit remains, washing all the heavy, dark anxieties down the drains. A beautiful ghost, an anchor in the stone. We travel across the world just to find ourselves again, guided by the brushstrokes of an anonymous quiet man. I'm walking back to the hotel, completely redesigned, leaving all the heavy, toxic baggage far behind. The alley sleeps, the colors breathe. I am here. Leaving a piece of yourself, a colorful ghost.